So if you're in one of those areas where you've got an old phone or you've got an exchange that doesn't do pulse dialing anymore and you want to use an old phone, then I would definitely suggest trying to get a hold of one of these. Now they are quite rare, and I've just realised that the stream dropped out again a minute ago, so sorry about that. It's a combination of the computer here being old, the internet connection being very poor, and basically YouTube not being very good. Right, so here we are. We've got this phone, yeah. So we thought I'd just have a look at this today and see how different it is inside it to inside a more modern 746. So as with a 746, the way to get the case off is there is a screw at the back here. This should be retained. It should have like a spring and a little nut thing on the back of it, and indeed I believe this one is. You undo it so far and then it pops out against the little spring that's on the back of it there. Just sort of hold the wires down like that and then lift the case off like that and move it forward a bit towards the front, and there you have it. And that is what is inside one of these. I'll shove that up there a little bit more so you can see it. So you see you've got your keypad, and it is surprisingly very similar, in fact pretty much identical to a 746 inside. We have a look inside all of these, and it's as near as damn it to being identical. Now this one's got the plug for plug and socket working on it, so this is wired basically in the same way that you would wire a 746 for plug and socket. So it's got all the last four there, T16, 17, 18 and 19. It's got all of those strapped together. Now, it's not, however, got a resistor in it, and that's because it's got 2000 ohm bell coils under here. You see them in there? Shiny, relatively modern bell coils. They are 2000 ohm coils each, to give roughly about 4000 ohms altogether, because they are in series. So the only thing that is different really is the keypad, and all the connections from the keypad are here, you see, and they are actually the same coloured connections that if you were to put a dial on this phone. So you could take the keypad off and put a dial on it and it would be a 746. It really is that small an amount of difference to it, as far as I'm aware. Now somebody might come and tell me that I'm wrong in that there are some other differences, but if there are, they're a bit tricky to spot. Yeah, there might be a difference there, because if you look in here, there's an extra T19 terminal here, and there's another extra terminal there, oh, that's the one that holds the circuit board. It was a T19 and a T19A up there, which are two extra terminals, and the white there is the white to the dial, so that goes up there onto T19, and T19A has the brown for the dial as well. So it's a little bit different perhaps, but not overly so. So that is one of these. Basically it's a tone dialing 746. but it's not 746 obviously, but you know what I mean. That's tone dialing. And the case, well, the case is an ordinary case. If you look on the back there, you can see the round hole. Can you see the round hole in there? But instead of having a round dial bezel clipped on, it's had this thing clipped on, shaped for the keys to go through, and it will turn like a dial bezel. You see, you do clip it on and off the same way as a dial bezel. So there you have it. That is what these are. So it's not massively different on the inside, as you can see. It's fairly similar. There's the redial button there, which is the thing that this presses down on the top of here. As you see, it's not massively different. Now this is a bit sticky. You see that? That is sticking down. That. So let's have a little look why that's sticking down. And there's something not quite right somewhere along the line here. And I think, oh, it's just rubbing on that there. Can you see that? When you press that down, that there, the sort of arm on the micro switch here, this arm on the micro switch that goes down on the top of the switch, the top of the arm is just touching that little bit that sticks out there, that little bent bit. Watch when I move it past it. Can you see now? This arm here is touching this bent bit of metal that sticks out here, and it's rubbing on it and it's catching. Well, it's because that bit of metal should be bent a bit further. So if I bend that a bit more, if I can, because it's really strong actually, that. I think I've done it. No, not quite yet. Now. There you go. Stopped it catching. See, it's not catching anymore now. So we've fixed it. Shall we give it a try and see if it works? Alright, we'll just put the top back on it. So remember, there's a little bit at the front there that has to go under the front of there, so you put it on kind of like that, then move it backwards a bit, and then you have to get the two grommets for the cords in the right place at the back end. Plus with this you have an added problem with this, because you have to get the keys in the right place as well. You have to fiddle with this so the keys all come through the holes, but that's down now, I think. So we'll have a go at putting it back together. So that's it, it's back together now. So we'll take the elastic band off the line cord that's been holding it all together, and we'll find somewhere to plug it in. Oh, that was a good sign. Did you hear that? Right, so there it is. Well, so there it is. So shall we ring it? Shall we give it a call, do you think? That one? Right. Let's see if I can ring it from another phone. There it goes, it's ringing. There we go. Right, I've lifted it off the hook, and I'll now do the testing that I do, where you blow into one handset and listen in the other one. So I'm blowing into the grey one and listening to the black one, and I can hear myself. So now blow into the black one and listen to the grey one. Oh yeah, that's really good. Yep. Yeah, so that works. Now, the big test, shall we try dialing out on it? Because that's the thing, we've not tested the dial yet. So, if I now go... Right, that's dial the phone on the wall, it's not very loud. If I go 23, it should dial the one on the... No, 21 should dial the one on the desk. And indeed, it is dialing. Yes, and there we go. See? Put it down. Put it down. So it does work, and it does send tones out. If you may be able to hear them if I hold this up here and go. Did you hear the tones before the phone rang there? Did you hear that? So that is, whatever it is, I forgot what number I said it was now. It's an 8782. So if you get an 8782 or even just a 782 that hasn't got the plug on the end of it, then you've got one that will work on a tone system, and you'll be able to do all your banking and things, you know, when it says press star and press hash and that, because you have got a star and a hash key on it, but you'll still be able to use a genuinely, maybe not antique, but vintage phone, shall we say. So yeah, so that's great. So thank you very much for watching. That almost wraps it up for another week. It says he is wrapping up line cords. Line cords on phones always seem to get tangled up and that for me, so I'm forever wrapping them up and doing with them. So thanks for watching for another week. We will be back around about same time, same place next week, all being well. And once again, I have to say a big thanks to Paul for sponsoring us there through the old Patreon. There will be a little card up in a moment that gives you all the details on how you can do it too, because every little bit does help, and then we can do more videos about things like this. I'll put it up there for a minute. Shall I? Felt strange not having one up there. There's normally one up there, isn't there? There wasn't one there today. So yeah, thanks for watching today. We will be back around about the same time, same place next week. If there is anything that you want us to cover, get in touch with us at andyshed.corepress.net. That is the website. You can find back episodes and things there. There's also a contact us form on there, so you can get in touch with me using that website as well if you want to. So I will see you here again next week. In the meantime, remember, if you're on YouTube and that, you can comment and do all those things that you do on YouTube. I do try and read them all, and I do try to get back to people as well. So if you've got any phone problems and stuff like that, leave us a comment and I will do my best to diagnose them for you. But from me for now, thanks very much for watching the show, and until next week, I just say, see you soon.